Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Arteza has come out with some more new products. They have come out with not just one, but two new coloring books, and not just one, but two new sets of gel pens. And I thought rather than separating this out into 4 separate videos, I would just combine it all into one. A little bit more relatable, especially like with the 2 coloring books and the 2 sets of gel pens. And I thought after we opened everything up and gave everything a look-see, we would test out the gel pens in one of the books. How does that sound? So it might be a little bit of a longer video, but yeah, I thought this would be better as one video rather than splitting it all out. So let's take a look at the books first. Here we have, this first one is called Unique Floral Illustrations, Detachable Pages, Stress Relieving Designs. There are 72 sheets in this coloring book. Like their previous coloring books, I love the fact, okay, let me get a scissors here to help me open this. I love the fact that when they ship their coloring books, they ship them with these corners on. You know that they're not going to get damaged in shipping. None of the corners are going to be bent. So that's kind of a neat additional feature that Arteza does. So, as in their previous coloring books, and I did do reviews of 2 previous coloring books on my channel. If you look through my flip-throughs playlist, you will find them. These coloring books are made the exact same way. They're on very nice card stock. They are 6.4 by 6.4 inch, so about 6.5 inches each. Way. They are on 100-pound paper, and then so that they're very I was going to say travelable. I guess that's not a word. So you can take them along with you really easy when you go places. They have this elastic band that goes around it, so when you close up your book again, you just, to make sure that the book stays closed, none of your pages get bent, you know, things like that. So let's take a look at the coloring book. Let me zoom you in because it is a little bit smaller size. Is that a little bit too far? Let's go out just a tad. Okay, so, and again, like the previous book, they are glue bound at the top, but it is made in such a way so that you can tear the pages out if you would like to color them that way rather than leaving them in the book. Okay, here we have our copyright info at the top, and then we get into the pages themselves. Now, like their previous books, the line work is not black. It's not real dark black. It's more on the grayish side, which can be good or bad depending upon how you like your artwork. Some people prefer the gray lines because you don't see it then after you're done coloring it in with, say, marker or pencil or gel pen. Some people don't like the real light gray line. So again, it depends upon what you like. But here we have some beautiful flowers. And again, I do like this travel size because, you know, say you don't want to spend, 2 weeks on a coloring book page. You just want to put some color down to paper, especially if you are taking this on the go. You're sitting in the doctor's office, you're, waiting at the airport, you're whatever. It's nice to just pop one of these in your bag and take them along. Maybe take some pencils, a handful of markers. Fine liners would be great on these books. So yeah, sometimes these small size coloring books really are nice. Some of these pages have very, very fine line artwork, and I am the type, let me put it up a little bit more here. I am the type where I do like the bolder lines rather than these real fine lines like in here. Let me zoom you down in here. Very fine, light line work. But again, some people like that. So all depends on what you like. Whoops, let's go back out a little. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. I like that one. Some of these get really busy. That one's not so bad. That one's pretty. I like that. That one's neat too. Quite a variety in this book, as you can see. Some of these would be great with gel pens. Whether it's their gel pens, you know, glitter gel pens, what have you. I'm kind of crooked on camera. There we go. But yeah, it is rather nice paper. I had said cardstock. It's not really cardstock, but it is very nice heavy duty paper. And any type of water medium would work great on here. Of course, you would have to be a little mindful regarding how much water you do use, but even watercolor paper, you drench it too much, it's going to start to react to all the water. Ooh, that's pretty. Beautiful roses. Yummers. So we do have regular pictures. We have some Zentangle-y type of pictures. And then we just also have some abstract type of pictures in here. Some darker and some very light, fine line work too. Oh, that's pretty. Because I have a lot to go through in this video, I'm not going to spend a lot of time. Oh, that's pretty too. On each page. Because there are 72 pictures in each book. So there's quite a bit in each book. There's kind of some more Zentangle-y type of flowers in there. This would maybe be kind of a neat picture to do like watercolor and then also some gel pen. So while I myself maybe am not a particular fan of all the pages in this book, I do like some of them. And let's face it, most coloring books, you don't like every single page that's in the book. There are exceptions to that though, for sure. Some of our books we love so much, we want to color every single page, right? But many books, you know, just like if you buy a CD, you know, you don't like absolutely every single song on the CD. Or you definitely like some more than others. Same is true for coloring books. Another very fine, light line work in that one. Oh, that's kind of neat. Definitely looks like there's a variety of artists in these books because there's very different styles of drawings in here. And there we have it. And then there's a very heavy, unbendable back cover to it. And here is the back cover. All right. So the front cover is lighter cardstock. Okay, but then the back, so that you're able to color on the pad itself, is, yeah, very, very, very heavy duty cardboard. Okay, so that is the first one. Again, unique floral illustrations. Then a book after my own heart. This one is called Unique Mandala Illustrations. You know me and my mandalas. Okay, should have brought a knife along over, but I didn't. That's okay, we'll make it work. And again, same style as their other 3 now coloring books. They now have 4 coloring books out. Again, the band on it, it is again 6.4 by 6.4 inches, 100-pound paper. Exact same design as the other ones. So let's see what's in the mandala book. Get this out so it doesn't keep flipping on us. Okay, again, very fine, thin lines on these. I don't know if they're all going to be that way. I think fine liners would be great here. Fine liners and gel pens, to me, would work the best. Now, like something like that, it almost seems like it's a large mandala that was shrunk down to this size, but with fine liners, I think that could be very pretty. Ooh, I like that. I think we'll be testing out the gel pens in this book. We'll kind of swatch out the colors, and then we'll see what we want to put together. I would like to throw a number of different colors in the picture so that we can kind of test out to see what the colors look like. Oh, I like that too. See, these are my kind of mandalas that I like. Another great one for fine liners. And especially some of these, oh my gosh, I cannot imagine. I love, at times I just love my detailed patterns, but oh my goodness, let's zoom in on this. Look at that. Wow. This, I think they're Arteza, not the ink onyx, twine markers, because the one end, not the brush tip, but the fine tip, is finer than your typical fine liner, and I think that would work great in here. Whoops, I didn't mean to zoom all the way out there. But yeah, that one would take a while. Their twine markers, I think, would work great in all of these. Another very fine one. I think I would almost prefer if they wouldn't put the amount of detail. You know, if they want to keep the books this size, not make the pictures quite so detailed. I think I would rather have, you know, maybe just the middle of this mandala, but blown up a little bit more. Because these are almost impossible to color. I mean, they're very, very fine-lined and detailed. They're still very pretty. And there are some of us crazy people who like the challenge. Oh, I love that. Sometimes of just working on something extremely detailed like that. Oh, I like that too. There's some really pretty mandalas in here. So, you know, these aren't so bad. I think these, you know, would be fine to color. But then you get to something like this. And like the inside of this especially, wowie, wowie, wowie. Especially if you have a visual impairment, this book would be quite hard for you. Here's one that's a little bit bigger. Some of these are almost more like paisley type of pictures rather than true mandalas. Oh, I like that too. See, and some of these do have a little bit thicker line work, so that's nice too. And then the finer. So again, I could see maybe gel pens on something like this, or your ultra fine tip markers, but then definitely fine liners on something like that. Here's a more simple one. Maybe we could try this with the gel pens when we want to test something out. Let me I'm just going to throw a little sheet of paper in there. Another fine line one. And that one's kind of in between. Oh, I like that too. Another more detailed one. Another one that's kind of a paisley design. Wow. Another one for the fine liners. Oh, another one I love. I guess I'm more drawn to the very symmetrical type of mandalas. Oh, that's cool. Like that. It's kind of like a swag. Well, that's different. I like that too. The pages are all numbered on the bottom, which actually is kind of handy. If you're doing like a buddy color with somebody, you can just say, you know, rather than saying, oh, you know, the 31st picture in, you can just say, you know, page, the ones that's on page 46. So I do kind of like it when they number pages, not just for that reason, but like that too. Yeah, the majority of this book I am really liking. Oh yes, that is my kind of mandala. I wonder if we should do that one instead. Yeah, maybe we'll go with this one. I think that would be great with the gel pens. And I know it's something I'll finish off camera. So you should hopefully see that one then in my end of the month video where I show what I've colored for the month. I have a few things to finish that I started on camera as we were testing some mediums. And I still have to finish. A lot of really nice pictures in here. I definitely like this one. I like the other one, the floral illustrations, but yes, I have a weakness in my heart for mandalas. Hope they come out with more mandala books. But maybe more that aren't quite so detailed. It would be nice to have some more that aren't, you know, not quite so final lines and, you know, a little bit bigger maybe on the page. Oh, I like that too. Ooh, that's cool. Another paisley design. Oh, another one I love. Oh, I like that too. Oh, I definitely could see that with the fine liners. Okay, and that is it. And again, back cover is the very heavy cardboard. Okay, so yeah, I think when we play with the gel pens, we're gonna play in here. We're gonna do some playing. So I want to keep this cardstock so we can swatch out some of the colors, see what the colors of the gel pens are. So I'm going to stick this other scratch piece of paper in here for now. Let's put this on the side. And let's get into these gel pens. Yes. So we have two different sets here. Here we have a set of 10. It says 10 unique colors, retractable, smooth writing, quick drying, non-toxic, and acid-free. These are 10 vintage gel pens. So they are vintage colors. Very unique. I have not seen these type of colors in gel pens, so I'm really curious as to how these are going to look down on paper. Yeah, I'm going to have to pause so I can go grab my knife to open these. One moment. Okay, I would love to be able to keep one of these on my desk Let's back out a little bit now that we're not on the coloring books anymore. But with a 3-year-old grandchild around that I babysit every day, yeah, that would not be a good idea. She, once in a while, not as much now anymore, but occasionally comes up on my desk here, so that's why I cannot leave my recording stuff out at all, or any coloring mediums that I'm using. Everything has to be put back away. That's why if and when Bob and I ever find a new place to move to and sell this place, I really hope that I can have a separate room as my craft room, and I'll be able to leave things out. So, as their other gel pens, they come in this this plastic container, which I will not be leaving mine in, but there's no reason you can't. Now, if you look on the side, there are color names and numbers to each of these gel pens. So we have ginger, burnt sienna, rose, vintage grape purple, midnight blue, evening blue, jungle green, coffee brown, stone gray, and the black noir. So I don't think, however, oh, that's a bummer. The name and number is not on the pen itself. Oh, that's disappointing. I was so hoping with having them here that they were going to be on the pen. Oh, because they would have had plenty of room. Oh, okay. Well, these colors must be in the order that they're here. So I think when I swatch them out, I am going to jot down the name, the number and the name, so I know what color is what. So let's just take a look at the pens themselves. They do have a soft grippy right here, so it's kind of like rubbery right there. Feels very nice. It is an 0.7 millimeter tip. Okay, and it does have the clip, and it is clickable. Now, gel pens, a lot of them anyhow, will have, if it doesn't have a cap to it, when they're ballpoint like this, they're always going to have a little wax ball on the end, and that's just so they don't dry out in storage. So when you get them, you just quickly pop off that little wax ball that's on the end of each one. So you can click it to open it, click it to close it, or I believe these, because of the design of this clip, yeah, you can just do it that way too. So there's a couple ways you can close them. Just click it back out or snap that. So that's kind of neat. Okay, so let's take a look at the colors. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Let's bring this over. And, oh, I got 2 sheets here. Okay. Get a black pen here. Okay, so zoom in a little bit. Let's see what all these pretty colors are going to look like. All right, so the first one we have is 101, and that is ginger. I know we don't have to necessarily swatch out gel pens, right? But they're not huge packs, and I just really want to see not only how they, ooh, very smooth, ooh, very nice. And that's a nice color in a gel pen, like that. So that is ginger. It's kind of nice to see all the colors in these sets, especially this one. I was really curious because of it being vintage colors. This is 300, and that is burnt sienna. So yeah, I was really curious to see what the colors were going to look like. Burnt sienna, which on here it almost looks like a maroon color. Get that ball out. Oh, these are very smooth. They almost feel like fine liners. They're so smooth. But yeah. Oh, like that beautiful color. Okay, then let's get the next one. This one is Rose 401. I may, because I am given the number and the name of each color, I may take my label maker. I have one that has white, clear background with white. You can make white letters. I may just make labels for these. You know me. Okay. And I'm assuming the other set's going to be the same way, so. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. I would say these could be used in conjunction with fine liners also. So if you don't have color in your fine liners, whether it be Arteza products or something else, I think these would work great with those too. This one is 403 Vintage Grape Purple. 403 Vintage Grape Purple. I have high hopes for this one. Come off, there we go. Oh, that is pretty. Really pretty deep purple. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, and then looks like we have a dark blue. This one is a midnight blue, 505. Okay. There is no hesitation with the gel ink at all. You don't have to like prime it. Sometimes you got to scribble around before you get them going. No, definitely not with these. Oh, that is definitely a midnight blue. Okay, I'm going to keep these in order so I know which one is which. Then we have evening blue, which looks kind of like a grayish blue. That's pretty. 503 evening blue. Now the thing that I noticed already that sounds a little bit unique to these, if you have any of their other products, you know that their color names and numbers kind of correspond across the board. So their watercolor pencils and their expert pencils, they are the same. Some of the colors will expand over onto their twine markers or their Inconics. These names sound kind of unique. Maybe not all of them. Oh, yes. They match the barrels of the pens very well. That's pretty. Okay, now we have a jungle green. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Real deep green. 603 jungle green. So these are your more deep toned down type of colors, which is nice because really nice to have those in pictures too. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Love it. Okay, then we have a dark brown. It's called coffee brown. So 302 coffee brown. Beautiful. Okay. Then we have a gray. And this one is 001 Stone Gray. Okay, I recognize that name. Not sure if the number is the same or not, but I know Stone Gray is in their other lines too. And some of these others could be too. I don't remember a vintage grape purple for sure. And evening blue I don't remember either, but not saying there isn't one. And that looks like their other stone grays. Okay. And then finally we have the black. Now, of course, we have these in the other lines, or this one, I should say. So this is 002 Noir. And it's always nice to have a nice black gel pen. And you know, they're not super, super fine, but they're not thick. The 0.7, I like that thickness in gel pens. Can't even see what I was drawing. I was just showing the width of the pen. So very nice, not just for coloring, bullet journaling, scrapbooking, you know, just writing notes, whatever. These are very, very nice to write with. They don't have the super slim barrel. Well, this one's not even that thin. Some of them are quite thin. These are a little bit thicker, and they're nice and comfortable, especially with that grippy part, the rubbery part. So I do like the feel of these gel pens. So again, I'm going to keep these in order so I know what color is what. You can pretty much figure them out though, just by the names. Let's go into the other set. Look at the goodness. Look at, oh, okay, I guess I got to zoom out a little bit so you can see the goodness. Look at the pretty colors. Again, there's 14 in this set. Let us open this without me killing myself. I'm notorious for doing stuff like that. Not killing myself. Cutting myself. All right. Let's open these pretties. Love bright colors. Like I said, these definitely have their place too. But gosh, you gotta love them pretty colors. Again, like the others, comes in the plastic box. I may just store these with my in my cute little Crayola cup. I did a review of this on a previous video. And these Crayola Take Note gel pens. You just keep everything in here. I don't know. Would be kind of handy to have them right here. So, as the other set, this one does have color numbers and names. And I do recognize these names. So these will correspond with their other lines of products. We have the lemon yellow, 100, orange, blood orange, beet purple. I don't remember beet purple though. I don't remember this one either. Okay, some of them I recognize. Pitaya pink, Pitaya. Eggplant purple, ultramarine blue, deep teal, sky blue, pine green, forest green, apple green, chocolate brown, and noir. So we have a number of blues and greens. Okay, it looks like a nice variety of colors in this 14 set. So I'm going to leave this tipped up. And let's start over here with the yellow. If I can get it off. Exact same design as the others, except for, you're going to notice on the vintage set, this is all opaque through here, so you cannot see through it. Notice on this set, it's more translucent. You can see the ink inside. So I suppose you could see it as the ink goes down. Now, of course, because of the grippy down here, you're not going to be able to see when the ink gets real low, but that's kind of different. I've never seen a gel pen like that. So let's see. Again, you got to take the little plastic ball off the end. And this one is 100. Now, of course, all of these have the A in front, and I believe that stands for Arteza. This one is lemon yellow. Oh, isn't it pretty? Ooh, that is pretty. Let me move these vintage ones over here. And I'm just going to put these next to it. Because of those grippies, they don't roll. They definitely don't roll across your table. Even pushing them, they don't want to move. With this, with the grippy on here, yeah, they do not want to move. They stay put. Guess that's a good thing. All right, we then have, these are not in the order. This particular set is not in the order as what is listed on here, but you can pretty much figure out which one's which. Again, I really do wish they would have put the color name and number on the pen. At least the number, like they did on their Inconic fine liners. They don't have the name on there, but they at least have the number. I guess that would have been nice. But that's okay. We'll work with this. 102, and this is orange. Oh, these are so pretty and bright. Love it. Okay, then we have, just make sure I'm getting the right one here. Yes, this one must be Blood Orange 200. Oh, beautiful. Now the barrel, I was expecting it to be a little more red, but it definitely is on the orangey side of things. That's why it's called Blood Orange. Then we have Beet Purple, Pitaya Pink, Eggplant Purple. So must be, this one must be Beet Purple. I'm not sure why they did a purple, then a pink, and then a purple, but I am assuming, because this one's a little bit darker when I'm looking on here, that this one must be the Beet Purple. So this is 402. Would have been nice if they were in the correct order, like the vintage set. Whoops, didn't write the name down. Beet Purple. But again, you can pretty much figure them out. This one, I had to kind of look a couple times, but oh, I love that. Now there is a pretty magenta color. Beautiful. Okay, then we have the Pitaya Pink, if I'm pronouncing that right. P-I-T-A-Y-A, pink. Ooh, looky that. These two would be beautiful together. Then we have Eggplant Purple. This is 404. Okay. Ooh, pretty. So this one is very different than like this vintage grape purple up here. Very different kind of purple. And like this here rose color. Very different than any gel pen I've seen before. So that is our Eggplant Purple. Then we have Ultramarine Blue. Now let's see. Ultramarine, I want to make sure I get these correct. Ultramarine, Deep Teal. Get these in the correct order. Deep Teal, Sky Blue, Pine Green, Forest Green. Okay, so this must be how it goes. All right, so this one is 502 Ultramarine Blue. There's a pretty royal blue. Then, ooh, isn't that gorgeous? I sure am hoping it's this color. That looks beautiful. 504 Deep Teal. And because the others pretty closely correspond to the actual color, with the exception of that one, the blood orange, it's still very close, but was a little bit off. I would think this is probably going to closely represent, yes, the color. Now this could almost been a color for up in the vintage, and so, oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Then we have Sky Blue 500. Am I still on camera? Yep. Okay. I apologize if you hear that movie in the background. Bob's in the other room watching a movie. Oh, pretty. That's a gorgeous blue. Then, this one looks pretty too. Pine green. Now, this looks very different here than what's on the box, and that's why I was kind of wondering what was what, but this has to be the pine green. And that is 602. I have some other labels to make yet too, so I'll just make these labels as I make those. Just pop in the different cartridges. Oh yeah, that is definitely a pine green. So the ink is a little bit darker, but it still is represented. But yeah, the ink is a little bit darker than this. But gorgeous color. All right, and then we only have a few more to do. This one is 600 apple green. No, it's not. This one's 601. Let's rewrite that. 601 forest green. I was going to say this doesn't look bright enough for apple green. There's your standard green. Then we have our apple green. It's a pretty bright green, isn't it? So this is the 600 apple green. I will leave links to all 4 of these items down below. Oh, that's pretty. Down below in the description. They are Arteza affiliate links, which means if you do purchase through those links, whether it's these products or there's a general affiliate link too down there for Arteza, if you do purchase through those links, I get a little bit of kickback from Arteza, and it goes back into the channel, so I'm able to bring other products to you. So I thank you in advance if you do use those links. This one is 301 chocolate brown. So it looks like this is going to be a different brown than what's up in the vintage set, so that would be nice. These are really 2 really nice companion sets. So there's a pretty chocolate brown, and yes, this chocolate brown is definitely different than the coffee brown up here. The coffee brown is darker. So 2 really nice browns between the 2 sets. And then again, we have the 002 Noir, which is nice having the 2 because, like I said, it's always nice to have that black gel pen. Let's write down the Noir, even though we know that's what it is. Okay, so there's our black again. Okay, there are our beautiful colors. Let's see, let's keep them up there. A little bit far away for you to see, isn't it? Okay, so here we have our vintage. So here we have, yeah, what are they called? Vintage gel pens and vibrant. So we just have vintage, and we'll just say vintage and vibrant. The V's. Vintage and vibrant. Okay. All right, so yeah, we have some beautiful vintage colors here. Like I said, some very unique colors. This purple and this rose, evening blue. Some of these are, you know, you can find in other sets, but some are very unique. And then we have all of our brights. Oh, so pretty. Pretty, pretty. Okay, so we're going to get back out that mandala book. Let me get my pen here away. Get the knife on the side. Let's get back out the mandala book. And we are going to do some coloring. All right. What colors shall we go with? Let me take a sip here quick. Okay. Let's start in the middle. I like starting in the middle with a nice bright color. A lot of times a yellow. So let's zoom in. Let's start with the yellow in the middle. Now, because I am so used to glitter gel pens, because to me they're just the smoothest gel pen. So much smoother than, say, the pastels and the neons. These, however, even your regular gel pens are a little bit scratchier. These, however, are very, very smooth. Let's go with the yellow, orange, and the red, or the blood orange. So let's go with the orange. And I do like the fact of the retractable tips, so you're not having to take off and put back on the covers. They are very comfy in the hand. If you're one that gets hand fatigue very easily, I think these would work out really good for you. So here's a little bit darker. It is called blood orange, but it is on the red side. But not on the pinky red side. It's on the nice red side. So many of our reds are on the pink side, right? So it's nice to have an actual red pen. Now what shall we do? Would like to keep these dots yellow, but that's really hard to do. It's much easier to do the background in a light color and then go in with a dark color, because you can just go over the top of the dots then. I know this from personal experience. So let's do the background a lighter color. And like I said, I just want to throw a bunch of colors on here. Let's go with that pretty sky blue. Let's try that for a background. And then we're going to do the dots. We'll do a dark blue. And I'm just going to do one section of this. I'm not going to go all the way around, so we're not here forever. This isn't meant to be a color and chat. Just testing them out. But I do like them. Oh. So this is a tip if you don't want to go around a lot of really small, intricate things. Pick your colors accordingly, because like I said, that would have looked really nice having those as yellow. But yeah, then you got to color around them all, and that can get very tedious, especially if you have a ton of them and they're quite small. So if you do it with the lighter background and color those in dark, you can go right over the top of them. You can play lazy. So we're just going to go around this side. And I'm kind of going fast, so I'm going out of the lines a little bit, but I typically would take my time more. Okay, so let's just go this far over here. And then I will be finishing this off camera. Okay, so let's stop there. And let's go in. How about the ultramarine blue? And do the dots in ultramarine. See how you can go right back over the top of them? And that's true for any coloring, I guess, you know, even if you're doing marker. Okay, now let's bring in a little bit more of this blue. We'll do blue, well, yeah, we'll do blue in here. Bring in a little bit more of that blue. And then around that, let's bring in something vintage. Let's bring in that rose. I really like that color. That is so pretty. Now, typically I color with a very limited color palette, but because we want to test out some of these colors, I'm going to throw a bunch of colors down at this one. And just try some up. And we'll just try a couple more colors with the rings here. Okay, so what colors do we want going around the outside? Maybe we'll bring back in some of those so we can kind of keep going with the same colors. I think I'll do yellow back here. So let's do the orange and the red. Maybe I'll do that on my own. Because I want to bring in some different colors. So let's go to these rings out here. Let's see, what should we start out with? Let's try, let's do the small one, yellow. So we bring yellow in down here. We're going to bring in some greens and stuff. Okay. Let's go with that pretty bright apple green. Love this color. Very pretty. Like I said, they're so smooth. They don't lay down like your typical gel pen. They actually do lay down like a fine liner almost, but smoother, you know what I mean? If that makes any sense whatsoever. Because gel pens are typically smoother. Okay, then let's go in with the next darkest green, which is forest green. Now, if I were coloring this on my own, I would be flipping this book around so I was able to color at the right angle for me, but another reason I'm not being super neat. Hopefully when I color this on my own, it'll maybe be a little bit neater than what I'm doing here. And then maybe after the greens, like I said, we're just going to throw a bunch of colors in here. We'll throw couple other colors in. And I'll only do one of the rings. We'll just do one thing here. All right, so after the green, let's throw in the deep teal. That beautiful deep teal. Is that this one? I think. Yes. So let's just work on this design over here. And then we're going to move into the purples and the pinks. So we can just throw all these colors down. Okay, there's the deep teal. And then let's go with Beet Purple, which is this one. These colors definitely do not go together, not in your normal color palette. But boy, when you're coloring in designs and mandalas, it's all fair game. Anything goes with anything. And it ends up being pretty. Okay, so that is Beet Purple. Then let's go to that Pitaya Pink. Now remember, depending on the paper that you swatch them on, markers especially, the color can go down differently on different colored papers. Typically you don't have as much to worry about with gel pen, but you know, it could be possible. And then let's end up with Eggplant Purple. I think this would be pretty, having this dark color being the last ring if I'm going to be having the bright yellow right there. Again, it's kind of awkward to color at this angle, but... And yeah, the lines are kind of thin on this particular one. Maybe I should have went with the other pattern. I think the other one had a little bit thicker line work. Okay, and then we're going to color in just one section of this with the yellow. And see what that looks like. Such a pretty bright sunny yellow. I like it. Okay, yeah, that does look nice against that dark purple. And you may not be able to on camera actually see the different shades. And it's, yeah, because they are kind of dark, but they're there. Okay, yeah, we threw a whole bunch of colors at this. Not my norm, that is for sure. But as you can see, they color very, very nicely. I'm really impressed. I like them. All right, I am going to mark. I'm going to leave this right in here. So I have the swatches. I have the picture I was working on. So again, that is the Unique Mandala Illustrations coloring book. We have the Unique Floral Illustrations coloring book. We have the set of 10. This is the vintage gel pens, and then the set of 12, which are the vibrant gel pens. These are all medium point, 0.7 millimeter gel pens. So, like I said, I will link everything down below in case you want to go check them out and purchase them for yourself. I hope you found this interesting. I thank you for clicking on the video, for watching it. If you liked it, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I put out new videos. I hope everybody's having a great day, and as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.